As John regained consciousness, panic surged through him like a lightning bolt. His breath came in shallow gasps as he realized he was trapped in a confined, pitch-black space. He tried to move, but his limbs were confined, and he could feel the cold, unforgiving surface pressing against him from all sides. Frantic thoughts raced through his mind. What had happened? How did he end up here? He desperately clawed at the darkness, his fingers searching for some way out. In the process, he brushed against something chillingly cold and lifeless. Terror engulfed him as he fumbled for a source of light. His trembling hands found a small, familiar object, a smartphone. He activated the screen, and its feeble glow illuminated the horrifying reality he found himself in. John was lying inside a coffin, his body barely able to move in the cramped space. Panic tightened its grip on him as he realized he wasn't alone. There, just inches away, lay a lifeless body, shrouded in a burial suit. The sight of the corpse sent shivers down his spine, and the stench of decay filled the air. His memories were a blur. The last thing he recalled was a late-night party, laughter, and clinking glasses with friends. How had he ended up in this nightmarish situation? He could hardly bear to think about it. Desperation drove him to start pounding on the coffin lid, shouting for help. His voice was hoarse, his fists bruised and bloodied from the relentless pounding. Time seemed to blur as his energy waned, and the darkness threatened to consume him. Just when he thought all hope was lost, he heard a muffled sound from above. Dirt and debris began to trickle into the coffin, and he realized with a mix of relief and dread that someone was digging him out. With each shovelful of earth removed, John's heart raced faster. He couldn't comprehend the mix of emotions swirling within him, the fear of the unknown, the relief of escaping the coffin, and the terror of what awaited him above. Finally, the lid was lifted, and blinding sunlight streamed in. John's eyes adjusted to the brightness, and he saw the face of the person who had unearthed him, a gravedigger, his expression a mix of shock and sympathy. As John was pulled from the grave, he couldn't help but look back at the coffin and the lifeless body he had shared it with. He never did discover how he ended up in that terrible situation, but the memory of that nightmarish experience would haunt him for the rest of his days. For John, it was a stark reminder of the fragility of life, the thin line between existence and the void, and the depths of fear and despair one can endure when faced with the darkest of circumstances.